In a few minutes, this hut's going, and hopefully that's the process I need to get everything else into place, because we've took on 2 jobs and it's just been let us show you. And if I'd known now probably what this little greenhouse, the amount of work, not just putting it up, that's nothing to do with it, but the amount of work that's gone in to get this into this position, I wouldn't have probably started. So if you remember, these are my seeds in my son's room. These are my chili seeds and an onion seeds. And I've realised, because I didn't want any, electric costs and everything like that, it's an ideal place for them. But it's my son's bedroom, and I know he's at university, so I had to kind of think of something else, hence the greenhouse. So we took on, building this greenhouse, and the whole reason is it needs somewhere. I need light and you need heat. Now this is the living room at the moment. This is where I'm going to I am having to kind of put my plants at the moment, and this is where it's encroaching into our, my hobbies now encroaching into this family space. I mean, I've even got like thermostats lying around the living room now, all kind of looking after these precious chilies, which, my wife knows they're important to us, but it's, like I say, it's hampering. So I've got them down here now in the living room, and that's on like a nice big, this is actually one of them green sensations. This is the bottom part of that tray, just to keep them warm, keep them sweet. And yeah, it's not ideal, but there's the wood, so we are kind of cracking on. Like I say, these 2 jobs are all coming together to try and get this bloody greenhouse sorted. And you wouldn't believe, this is the kind of the state we're living in. I'm going to show you the next picture, is where my little studio is, where I record Pottymouth Garden Club. It's just horrendous. There's a double bed in there behind us. You can see my black seat there. There's a gaming table on the bed. There's a bed somewhere in there. That's where I record every Monday night, is where I record the bloody show, So the bedroom is now stripped out. I've got that, we've even just getting rid of the carpet, It's everything's just up in the eye. So we've got everything out. So let me just show you. We've got all sorts there. We've got a bookshelf there that doesn't need to be there. There's a chair in the middle of the floor that has to go. All the houseplants are crammed in here. That's the workings of the wood. And thank God the door's off, just like that. So the floor's down, just needs the edge in there to put around, which is one more day. Then we can get things back in here. And I can start thinking about that room. So the other reason why, I've got this greenhouse there now is, or one of the conditions was, we get rid of the potting shed that I had, the big potting shed, which taking up loads of space outside. And this is the hut that's going, and I put it on Marketplace. And we just want rid of it, but someone's got to come and have to take it down. And that's, hopefully happening very, very soon. And it was another nightmare just to tackle that monstrous job. I built them shelving units, the benches, I had to use a mill to get them broken down. They were ready for machinery. And look, it's just again, there's another room there where it's just all a mess. It's constantly things are piling up on it. So even in the middle of the garden, we've got a wardrobe standing there, And this thing was being a pain in my, for a long time, just hanging around the garden. This thing comes up to my waist, and it was so heavy to take off. You wouldn't believe. I even had to rope in my daughter for this bench. Now this bench, you can see my daughter holding, is an old post office shop where they used to count the stamps and everything like that. We had to carry this through the village. It was just been... But then the hardest part of the whole lot is we've got all around that place, because we're eventually going to do concrete on it. We've got these plant pots, and these plant pots had to be moved away because, like I say, we're putting that imprinted concrete down, what we've got everywhere else. These are just a ton weight. Do you know what I mean? It was just... they look small, but they're full of soil and wet soil, and they weigh an absolute ton. Both me and my wife struggled, I reckon, a good 3 hours. But we had this little bogey thing, I don't think you can see it in the left-hand side there, just to try and move it, move them. It was the only thing we could do. But eventually, The hut is empty, and I'm just waiting. I had to get all the lights disconnected. The internet's gone. Oh, it's a bizarre, honestly. That's, you know what I mean? It's a great little hut. Like I say, we didn't want cash for it. We just want someone to come and take it away. And if you're being so kind, just to let me talk about my Patreon while I've got you here. I have 3 levels, and it's just, like you say, it's just to help support me, you know, on this channel and on the Pottymouth Garden Club, the greatest garden chat show there is. And like I say, it's just, if you can, that's fantastic. If you can't, don't worry. Just you watching the videos is just, you know, it's just amazing. But if you want to support my endeavors and let us get more videos out, like you can see there's 3 levels, and you know, you've got level 1 junior. Everyone gets a junior garden certificate, level 1, but there's other little perks as well, one of them being level 2. These are rarer than hen's teeth. Yes, and I got that. Can anyone spot that? Not your average horticulturist. What film is that from? So yes, please, if you can, if you don't mind, pop over and support us on Patreon. That would be fantastic. So all that was left to do was to kind of put it up on Facebook, and someone, you know, Marketplace, and someone kindly, you know, accepted the challenge. I had about 50 people interested in, but it's been a massive job. There was 4 of them came, and it's like took nearly 4 hours to dismantle. You know, it's bigger than what I thought, to be honest. But it's all packed away there now, and it's all done. And back of a wagon there is my little dream hut that I had. And there we go then, this is it. There's our new space, and this will be purely a chillax place. We're getting that patterned concrete down, which we've got in the front garden and the yard, and it's a place just to kind of have friends and to chill out on summer's nights. That's the whole idea, and it's way, way bigger than what I ever thought as well. So now it's complete. These plants can come out and get into the greenhouse once I've got the electrics in. But to be honest, this is the cool thing. You would not believe where these plant pots come from. If you haven't seen the video, watch this one on the side there now. Watch. It is unreal where this come from.